We just finished going sentimental about the first round of James Webb pictures. Yet here we are saying that a new, more potent telescope is on the way. So James Webb may step aside, due to the fact that Elon Musk has signed a lucrative contract with NASA that may earn SpaceX up to $255 million for the launch and delivery of the eagerly awaited Grace Roman telescope. What more do we understand about the telescope then? NASA granted SpaceX a multi-million-dollar contract on July 19, 2022, to carry out the Nancy Grace Roman Space Telescope project. This will examine the effects of the search for exoplanets and dark matter. The Nancy Grace Roman Space Telescope is the next flagship astrophysics project following the James Webb Space Telescope. NASA is already hard at work on its next telescope, which is going to completely revolutionize the scientific landscape as the James Webb Space Telescope is orbiting the Sun. With NASA's next telescope, you can see the planet next to the star's glare if there's a star with a brightness of 10 million and a planet with a brightness of 1. Welcome to our channel, guys. In today's video, we'll discuss Elon Musk's newly launched telescope. But before that, do subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. The launch and installation of the James Webb Space Telescope in orbit by NASA was a major success, even if they are barely 0.3 arcseconds apart from one another. As part of the Nancy Grace Roman Space Telescope project, which is presently in development by NASA, SpaceX has been contracted to offer launch services. The Astronomy and Astrophysics Decadal Survey 2010, which has been in force for more than 10 years, suggested it as a high-priority major space mission. The launch of the new telescope will cost NASA about $255 million under an indefinite delivery contract. Nevertheless, includes the launch services in addition to other mission-related costs. The next telescope will be launched by NASA from the Kennedy Space Center in Florida using SpaceX's Falcon Heavy rocket. According to the agreement, NASA has chosen Falcon Heavy to launch the Roman Space Telescope, which is intended to investigate dark energy and dark matter, as well as look for and picture exoplanets, according to tweets from SpaceX. But according to SpaceX, the telescope won't launch until October 2026 from Complex 39A in Florida. This telescope project, as specified in the contract, comes after the $10 billion James Webb Space Telescope program, which was inaugurated in December, in an effort to find early galaxies and hospitable planets. The Webb telescope has published its first color images of both new stars and the oldest galaxy yet seen. Now, around 5 years from now, this huge telescope will be sent into space to investigate cosmic issues. The new telescope also has a sizable general investigator program that will enable additional astrophysical phenomenon research to further more scientific goals. Before delving into the specifics of the agreement, it is important to comprehend what a Roman telescope is and what it is capable of. The main distinction, aside from the wavelength coverage, is that it has a broad field of vision. Roman space telescopes are made to take in a vast field of view, as opposed to zooming in and examining in really fine detail one object. It is 100 times bigger than the scope of a single Hubble picture. With a 2.4-meter main mirror, the Roman Space Telescope is in some ways a genuine successor to Hubble, the same scale as Hubble's Roman. On the other hand, it will be able to see an area of sky that is 100 times larger than Hubble and will have a much wider field of vision because of its wide-angle lens. To find exoplanets that resemble Earth, Roman will carry out a galaxy-wide exoplanet search. Its wide-angle lens will let it survey the Milky Way and other galaxies 100 times quicker than Hubble, helping astronomers comprehend how the cosmos grows, enabling the observation of the inhabitants of galaxies in the early cosmos. Compared to Hubble ultra-deep fields or the first Webb deep field, it will be able to produce substantially more thorough Roman ultra-deep fields. It will also look for exoplanets that resemble Earth and investigate the dark matter and dark energy. Two of the greatest puzzles in modern astronomy. Dark matter and dark energy are assumed to make up the majority of the universe, and they may also be responsible for the expansion. In contrast to the conventional matter that people can see, it is an unidentified sort of energy that inhabits space but has never been observed in person. It makes up just around 5% of the universe. About 27% of the cosmos is considered to be made up of dark matter. Instead of trying to detect dark energy by using past supernova, the Roman Space Telescope will look at how the distribution of galaxies and dark matter has changed over the course of the universe's existence. The telescope will also look at stars' deaths that happened billions of years ago as a gauge of cosmic time. Scientists would be better able to understand dark energy, which may be to blame for the universe's expansion, if they knew how the universe has evolved through time. Roman is expected to find more rogue planets than Milky Way stars, with millions of exoplanets among them, at least 100 billion, while also examining dark energy and matter. And it will accomplish all of this via gravitational microlensing, a remarkable method. About 1 in a million stars in our galaxy are microlensed at any given time because of the amazing microlensing process. The gravity of the foreground star actually bends and amplifies the light of the background star, making it look fainter than it otherwise would be. There was another star between us and the distant star. Roman focuses entirely on microlensing, the only method that has been shown to be able to locate planets beyond extraordinarily great distances from Earth. Planets circling stars close to the galactic center can be found through microlensing. In contrast, radial velocity searches exoplanets up to 100 light-years away in our immediate galactic neighborhood, thousands of light-years out. And the general theory of relativity predicts that transit photometry could be able to find planets hundreds of light-years away from Earth. Einstein proposed the concept of microlensing, which is an astrochemical phenomenon whereby light from one star passes extremely close to another star on its way to a viewer on Earth. The gravity of the intermediary star will slightly bend the light beams from the source star, giving the two stars the appearance of being farther apart than they actually are. This phenomenon was used by Sir Arthur Eddington in 1919 to present the first empirical proof of general relativity. When observed from Earth, the effect is stronger if the source star is directly behind the intermediate star rather than relatively close. Even the most powerful telescope on Earth is unable to discern between the independent images of the lensing star and the source star, only detecting the Einstein disk. An Einstein ring is created when light from the source star passes through the lensing star, also known as the intermediate star. The lensing star is replaced by a single gigantic disk of light instead of a star, which causes a rapid, dramatic rise in the brightness of up to 1,000 times. As the source star moves out of alignment with the lensing star, this often lasts for a few weeks or months until the brightness drops. This is the normal pattern of a microlensing event. But things change when the lensing star has a smaller companion. A third image of the source star will briefly be created by a planet's own gravity. If it is placed close enough to the lensing star to, when seen from Earth, intersect one of the two light streams emanating from the source star. These spikes are the undeniable signs of a planet's presence to planet researchers and appear as a sudden burst of brightness lasting a few hours to a few days, layered over the microlensing event's typical pattern. A lot may be learned about the planet itself from various aspects of the microlensing light curve, such as its length and intensity. One may determine the object's whole mass orbit and period with a high degree of certainty and probability from the microlensing event. The Roman telescope is purposefully built to do wonders. Therefore, it only makes sense that it bears the name of someone who made a big contribution to NASA. The telescope bears Dr. Nancy Grace Roman's name. She was an American astronomer who spent 21 years working with NASA before passing away in 2018. She is known as the Mother of Hubble and is recognized for her role in bringing about the Space Telescope in the middle of the 1960s. The Hubble Space Telescope was finally created after convincing Congress that a potent space telescope was a research priority. So what do you think about this? Let us know in the comment section below. And while you do that, do not forget to give us a like, share, and do subscribe to our channel for more updates. Thanks for watching.